Thank you very much. Yes, so now regardless of being located in the monastery, also in the past, I met a lot of people, including myself, that always, when there was the switch to the next year, many people always have their new plans and new ideas, what's going to change in the next year and what you're gonna start to let go of and what maybe is going to be something new that you are starting to integrate into the next life. At the same time, sometimes it's also good to realize whether you are already sometimes caught within some type of a habit. And to take a step back, especially at these times when anyway things are slowly getting more quiet. I would suggest that everyone takes a personal small retreat. That means retreating back to yourself and really ask yourself that question. What is it essentially that you are looking for living this life? Regardless of how old you are right now, how much of where you want to go did you achieve already? And also, are you actually still finding yourself on the way to wherever you wanted to go? So first of all, before we even know which future direction you would like to go towards, number one is we need to know where are we actually standing right now. So to know where we're standing is, observe your surroundings. They can give you an indication where you are right now. Look around you. One indication. Second of all, look inside of you. How do you feel about the way of life that you are at the moment living? You had almost 365 days from that current year right now. How do you feel about it? Where did it brought you? Where did you decline? Where were you able to increase something about you? So number one is find out what is the status quo. Where are you located at the moment? And it is similar, like sometimes in a few Buddhist stories we are saying, before you know in which direction to sail, first of all, you need to know where you're located. Because the journey is not for everyone the same. In the way of what we are trying to share, we are trying to share methods, certain principles. But ultimately what needs to be done is that an individual person is starting to take all of these methods and applies them very specifically to your own personal way of, let's say, understanding. Because sometimes people ask, so I want to go to, let's just say, I want to go to New York. But one person is asking that question while he's located in the UK. And another person is asking me that question because he's located in Japan. That means the answer is not going to be the same. The goal is the same, but the answer that I would need to be given would be a different one. And therefore it is very, very similar to now people asking, so this and that is what I want. What should I do? I don't know. I can only give like the tools. I can only try to give some ideas and some ways of how you can use the mind to more intelligently approach that idea of fulfilling the goal. But the ultimate plan, which direction to travel, is something everyone personally must do. But therefore, in order for you to know, to now start and making up the plan where the journey is going to go. Number one, we figure out what is our current state. So this is number one. And now, afterwards, I would like to give an introduction to something that in the Shaolin community, in the Buddhist community, it's already widespread and well known that there is a so-called guideline or a so-called Noble Eightfold Path, it is called. It is called Noble Eightfold Path because it is describing a journey to fulfill the fourth noble truths. I think we talked about it in the previous video where we went over the four noble truths, but this time we are at the Noble Eightfold Path. Now, to take something or to say something prior to this path, some people might see that there is a chronology behind the way of which of these steps to pay attention on first. But ultimately, they all go hand in hand. So what it means is the next 8 steps. This is not about that you need to do one after another. Actually, all of these, sooner or later, are taking place at the same time. Now, what is the emphasis of following a type of guideline? Where is this path guiding you towards? And I would say at the end, it is those 3 areas that ultimately have an effect on the quality of how we are perceiving this life. It is your mental state, it is your physical state, and it is the way how you are embedded within this society. And especially that part about the society means that sometimes everyone just needs to think about what are virtues that you think are beneficial within a society to live together. Even if these rules are not written anywhere. Those are rules that go in, like, let's say, a mutual understanding. And to derive this type of view towards the other, this is what in the Buddhist terms we call it is the ethical conduct. The way how you are walking out into this world with what type of own set rules are you walking through this lifetime. The simplest one and the most important one set already is you can self-express yourself in the way how you like, but you do not do so when you are harming others along the way. So that means the harm for others is something which belongs to the ethical conduct. It is something you are putting to yourself. So regardless of what you are doing, regardless of where this path is taking you, one codex is you're not going to harm anyone along this way. So, and that Noble Eightfold Path is actually combining all of these 3 areas: your mental state, your physical states, and the way of how you are interacting with this society. Let's start with the first path, which is called the right understanding. To give you an overview what's going to come right now, maybe it's easier if I just mention all 8 first of all. Number 1, the right understanding. Number 2, the right thought, right thinking. Number 3, right speech. Number 4, right action or right behavior. Number 5, right livelihood, the right way of earning your living. Number 6, the right effort. Number 7, the right concentration. And number 8, the right meditation. So, what does it mean, right understanding? And why is it, for example, mentioned now as the first state? I do think that if you are looking at the world already with predetermined concepts, looking at the world already with some type of expectation, then it's going to be very difficult to really see how the things are. So right understanding involves all these type of learning to see how the things are. Similar to that story, day and night, both at the same time. Same as the view, nothing in a way is permanent. The same way how you are realizing that many emotional states, many thoughts that are coming, they come and they go. None of them lasts. So that means there is a fluctuation of things. Right understanding means you're starting to look out in the world, observe just more around you to figure out maybe if there is a type of structure that you can see, things that are repeating. Because based on that, based on how much have you understood of how certain things in this world are functioning, based on that arises the right thought. How do you know if something is the right thought or even the next one being the right speech? Right thought or right speech, simply you can also just turn it around, being the absence of wrong thought or ill thought, or the absence of ill talk or bad talking. So just staying, for example, with number 1, number 2, and number 3. What does it mean? Right understanding, right thought, right speech. It is the way for you to prevent anything arising inside of you that has the seed of ill thought, of bad thought. You do not want to look at another person, to look at another creature, to look at another being and create something that you would regard as being an ill thought, let's say. The same goes for the right speech